Hi there, assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Um, I decided to make like a little blog. I recently converted to Islam, or what is called like the Muslim belief. I'm Puerto Rican, 24, so I was never really exposed to the Muslims or Islam, and honestly, I rarely knew anything about them. I do remember back in Puerto Rico when I was a child, seeing a lot of people dressed very weirdly and all the women covering from head to toe, and some of them you can only see their eyes. And I remember a lot of the, I don't want to say ignorance, but it kind of was. They would say, oh my God, those poor women. I wonder how much they suffer. I wonder how much their, husbands beat them. Or, holy crap, I bet they're terrorists. I wonder how many bombs they have at home. And when you're a child, you really don't question an adult, so you just go with it. But luckily, I came to the United States, to America, and I saw diverse cultures, ethnicities, languages. So I'm very happy that I gave myself a chance to really, be exposed to that, and really get to know the people. I was really surprised with everything I learned, the traditions, beliefs, and not only Muslims, but Indians and I forgot the Lutherans and Presbyterians. I forgot. Just some really weird names. I remember that well, pretty much I've been Christian all my life, and I remember when my mom, when I was younger, she was Catholic, and out of nowhere we just decided to convert to Christianity, and for a really long time we did this. Um, it was a really confusing, I guess, stage, because we as people, we try to belong to something, we want to be a part of something, and I guess we look just for like the answers wherever we feel comfortable, on whatever makes more sense to believe in. You're gonna ask me probably the same questions most people ask me. Why did you convert to Islam? That's one of the questions I usually get. Why do the women wear the hijabs or the veils or hair wraps in their head? And are women oppressed in any way? And why pretty much Muslims blowing themselves up? Well, I'm going to tackle all these questions in this video. Not very detailed because I don't want to make too much, the video too long, and also because I will be hitting these subjects, you know, little by little, and so I can be more detailed with each question and each video. Okay, well, the first question was, why did I revert to Islam? First of all, as I said, I always, as a child, I've been very nosy. So I've always was curious, not only about, the Islamic belief, but more about other religions. I always ask why. You know, my teachers in school would always tell me, if you want to learn something, you ask why. And if you're not satisfied with the answer people give you, you know, go research. That's what I did, for the past 6 months. Well, actually, for the past year to 6 months, I was researching about Islam, Catholicism, Christianism, the Bible, the Quran, the Catholic Bible, and the Jewish Bible. And and pretty much their message, their beliefs, their traditions. Again, I didn't get too detailed in them because there's a lot of information, and it's going to take me years and years and years and years to really have full comprehension of what each religion really has to teach us. But pretty much the same message is delivered with all the books, which is God's word. The message is peace and love to all, love one another, unity. Um, Again, going back to the subject, the more research I did, the more the comparison I did, the more I was liking the Islamic beliefs. I don't know. It's just I feel comfortable. I had a lot of questions because most of my worries was that I was going to be oppressed as a woman, that I was going to be made to do things I didn't want to do. For example, cover up. When we're Hispanic women, we love our bodies. We like to wear a lot of makeup because we're tropical people. We're very expressive with our clothes, how the way we speak, our hair, our mannerisms. So going to a culture who's a little bit more different, who only rely more like on what they say than their appearance. It's kind of a, I don't want to say culture shock, but more like it's just a new experience, you know? I'm sorry I cough so much. I'm a little bit sick. The weather change sucks here in Florida. Anyway, let's see. Well, I've been doing a lot of research for the past 6 months. I actually kept it to myself because the last 6 months is when I really took it really serious because I was reading a lot and seeing what about the Quran, and then I saw what the media had to say, you know, and sometimes you just can't let yourself go what the media says because they're dramatic, you know, they like to say more than they should, and, you know, I had a friend of mine that said that they're sensationalists, and totally right, you know, anything for a good rating, right? I understand that there's a lot of problems going in the Middle East, but you know, I'm in America, and those problems in the Middle East, I'm not saying they don't exist here, I'm just saying they're very rare. I'm sure there is, but I personally have not encountered them. Thank God. Um, so yeah, it's just basically the research. Also, I spoke to a lot of Muslim men, but also I spoke to a lot of Muslim women, specifically Spanish women. They told me they don't regret it. They love their religion. They feel very free. That's where the question of the hijabs. How can you feel free and not oppressed when you know you cover your hair? Well, pretty much the covering of the hair started in pretty much in like the Middle East. Remember, what do they have in the Middle East? A lot of sand, a lot of sun, deserts. Now, back in the day, they used to use the hijabs or the hair wraps to, you know, care from the sun, you know, because sunburn back 1,000 years ago was a big problem, you know, causing dehydration, even death, heat stroke. And there wasn't sunscreen, you know, unless you consider camel poo as sunscreen, which also was part of a facial, but that's a long story, that's disgusting, sorry. Just making a point, people. Anyway, so pretty much this is a decision I took. You don't have to do it, but I like it. I don't really have to do anything to my hair. It's just like, I mean, we do wash our hair. We're not disgusting. I know I wash my hair, I dye my hair, I brush it at night, and I, you know, blow dry my hair. I even straighten it. You're gonna ask me why? What's the point? Nobody can see your hair. But guess what? When you are home, you know, you want to be comfortable. You don't want to look like you just a tornado came in your head. So you do your hair, but basically outside, you know, there's men also, especially around the men. You have to wear. This is like a sign of modesty and respect, you know. Plus, in Saudi Arabia, that's where the long sleeves come from. Like, you know, they believe that you don't show more than here up, which, again, that's fine. But I also spoke to Pakistani women. Like, they live right near, like, the India. So they have, like, the sleeves, like, up here. So I was talking to them, and they told me, like, you know, each culture varies. Like, I have my nose pierced, and they also have their nose pierced. I have, my ears pierced, see? And they don't say anything. As long as you don't have anything in your eyebrow or your tongue or your, you know, lip, they really don't care. Also, I'm not oppressed. I'm not made to do anything I don't want to do. I do read the Quran. I pray 5 times a day. I fast only when you're menstruating. You don't fast and you don't pray. Why? Because when a woman is in her period, it's considered like being impure. Pretty much in every religion, almost in every religion, the menstruation period is kind of impure and it's icky. So, you're gonna ask me, what does that have to do with praying? It's just pretty much that when you're praying, they don't want you to be bleeding. They just want you to, you know, be pretty much okay, like you're not in cramps, because you know you do concentrate more when you're not cramping. I remember back in the day they didn't have Midol. I love Midol. And they didn't have tampons and all that pad stuff. So, you know, ladies know what I'm talking about. Holler. Okay. Now, the other question was, why do the people over there make things blow up? Okay, check this out. I'm still learning about this. Apparently, there's a tribe called the Shias, and another tribe called the somethings, I don't know. And they declare themselves to be Muslims, but pretty much they hate the Muslims.